Welcome everybody to our Monday night team call. I'm so excited to talk to you guys about something super useful that you can start implementing literally right away. I'm pretty sure a lot of our coaches now, as soon as they get signed up, they just want to rock and roll and want to figure out the most effective and easy way to help kind of guide people instead of emailing 1,000 things back and forth, or worse, like sending someone an entire novel of information and then that person's like, oh my gosh, no, get away from me. So this will hopefully be a huge help. I'm going to do a lot of screen sharing so you guys can see. We're going to go through two main things tonight. The first one being Google Forms, how to set them up, what to use them for, how are they effective, things like that. Secondly, we're going to talk about Linktree, which is one of a few different websites you can use to organize multiple links in one place. So I'll show you how extremely simple that is to set up and use. So if you have any questions while we go, feel free to stop me. All right, I'm going to go ahead and start with Google Forms as if you don't even know how to use a Google Drive. So this might be a little dumbed down, but you guys can take notes if you want. And if you're watching the recording, feel free to play and pause as we go. So this is my Google Drive. The first thing you're going to do is, if you don't know how to get to your Google Drive, it's over here in your apps. If you don't use Chrome, I highly recommend it. Otherwise, just type in Google Drive. And then you're going to click on New. And if yours is like mine, you won't see Google Forms here. So you just click More, and there it is right there. So Google Forms will appear just like that. Again, when you're just here in your Drive, you click New, then you go to More, and then Google Forms. And it should, yeah. I always do from a blank form. Feel free to use a template if you want to. I don't know that I've ever even looked at the templates, so I'm just gonna go with a blank form. It'll open up to a new tab. I think you guys can see that. So the first thing I wanted to tell you is that when this pops up, it's automatically going to save. You do not ever need to hit a save button or anything like that. It automatically updates as you go and automatically saves to your Google Drive. Now it's not titled or anything, so I'm just going to title this Demo Form. And it'll automatically populate down here. If you want this to say something different, which I will show you my full example here in a minute, if you want it to say something different, you can change it here or here, and then it, for example, like, welcome, and it won't change it up here, as you can see. So it'll auto-populate the first time, but then you can change it as many times as you want. It doesn't matter. Okay, second thing to note, once you give it a name, I would automatically create a file. You just click on this little file. You can see I have a lot in here. You can just create a file that says Beachbody if you want. And then you just click on that and hit move. And that way it will stay organized for you so that when you go to your Drive, you're not searching through 1,000 documents like this. You can just go to your Beachbody file and it's right there. Easy to find. So I would do that right away. After you name it, just go ahead to this file, and this little thing means new folder. So if you don't have a Beachbody folder, create one and then just hit move here. Very easy. Very easy to do. I love Google because it makes everything very user-friendly. So now it's in the right spot. You can see here it says all changes saved in Drive, which is awesome. Even says it updates like every few seconds. Cool. Another important thing before I even show you like what would be important to put on here is something that I learned the hard way. It's not going, this form is not going to automatically tell you when somebody fills it out unless you tell it to do so. So I'm going to show you how to do that. What you do is you come over here to settings. Oops, I keep moving you guys in. Okay, so you come over here to settings, And you need to click this first button, collect email addresses. So right away, it's going to populate for there to be a place for people to put their emails, if that makes sense. So the first thing that'll pop up, I'll show you in a minute, will be their email address. This is great. You don't have to create a box that says, what's your email? Secondly, you need to go to responses, and then these 3 little dots, make sure this says accepting responses so people can fill out your form. Click these 3 little dots, get email notifications for new responses. This means when someone fills out your form, it'll pop up in your email and say, Courtney just filled out your demo form. And then you click on it and it takes you right to here so you can see what they said. So make sure that you select that and it will even pop up, email notifications enabled. Okay, now it has a check mark. Those are the first 2 things you need to do. Make sure that you are, again, settings, collect email addresses, and right here, get email notifications. Okay. Any questions so far? Okay. Alrighty, back to the share. So, from here, oh my goodness. All right, let's go back to questions. So you're going to want to decide what this form is for. Is this for people that are interested in a challenge group, paid or free, doesn't matter. Is this for people who are interested in coaching? Is this for people to read your blog? Is this for people to sign up for a recipe list? What is this for? Whatever it's for, put that in the welcome. This is a demo form. Okay, so you can type as much as you want in here. If it's for a challenge group, it might say something like, I'm so excited that you are taking this leap for your health and fitness. I can't wait to work with you toward your goals, or something like that. Something exciting, because this is the first thing that people are going to fill out after they've decided maybe that they're doing this. So you want to make sure that they're excited because you're excited. Now, the cool thing about Google Forms is that you can choose any type of questions that you want. So maybe your first question is first and last name. I recommend this, and it'll automatically populate for what kind of question it thinks it's going to be. But there's a drop down here for literally any kind of, I mean, it's a lot to choose from. So I like to put first and last name on all of my forms, because if someone fills this out and you're only collecting email addresses, maybe their email is like vballcoach99. Okay, well, what's your name? Like, your name isn't V-Ball. Like, I don't know what your name is. So I always make people put their first and last name in here, because if it's from Instagram or something, and for whatever reason, I didn't have a conversation with them and they just went and filled out this form, I'm going to be clueless. So you can do that. And then when you want a new question, click required. Anything that you want everybody to fill out needs to be required. And it won't let them submit the form unless you fill it out. Then when you're ready for the next one, you can click the plus button. And it lets you ask another question. What are 2 goals you have related to fitness? And it'll let you do a paragraph, or we could do multiple choice, like tone up, gain muscle, lose weight, other, and then required. If I decide that I don't want this question, I can just delete it and it will go away. And if I want to undo it really fast, it comes back. So if every required thing has a little asterisk by it right here, a little red one. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to show you guys on here before I show you my example one is you can customize literally any aspect of this. So you can do a theme, you can pick a color. I make all of mine typically I try and color code them if it's for a certain thing. So when you guys signed up as coaches on my team, I don't remember if I sent Julie one of these because this was something I probably created after the fact. But I know Heather and Courtney, you guys both filled out the like, you are wonderfully made Google Doc. Those are all like a teal blue color. So I remember when it pops up in my email, that's from a coach. All my challenge group forms, those are purple. Probably just because that's the color that comes up automatically and I never changed it when I first learned how to do these. So now they're just always purple. You can customize it any way you want. You can put a picture up here. You can put anything you want. Play around with it. Make it unique to you. That's part of the fun. So let's pretend I'm done. I'm going to go back to responses and just make sure because I don't see it popping up there. Oh, for some reason, I don't think it did that when I did it the first time. Okay, maybe I can't see it. That seems odd. Because why? Okay, I digress. Here's an example one. So this is what I send for people who tell me, yep, I'm ready. How do I get started? What do I do? You guys may or may not have filled out this exact form or one that looks very similar to it. So it's called Share a Cart form. So I can find it in my document, but at the top it just says getting started. Pretty clear, pretty straightforward. That's why they're filling this out. So again, I'm so excited that you will be in on my next challenge group. The keys to success are fitness, nutrition, and accountability, and you'll find them all here. Short and sweet. This is the automatic email. This form is collecting email addresses. Pretty simple. You can always go here to the preview and you can see, oh yeah, what it's collecting. So I don't know why that one's not letting me collect emails. Odd. But anyway, back to here. First and last name, what are you hoping to achieve? Then I go into, again, this is for Share a Cart. So this is somebody who's already committed to a challenge group. We've already chatted about what program they want to start or what their goals are. We're already to that point with this form. This is a form that I specifically send out only via email because I don't just want to put this out there for the masses because I've gotten to know everyone on Instagram. I don't just want to send them, let everybody fill out this form. I don't know everybody. So I reserve this specifically for emails. Whereas something like, hey, my team and I are running a free challenge group. There's a link in my bio. Go fill it out and be part of this free challenge group. Okay, well, I'll get to know you in that free challenge group. This is more specific, so I keep it in here. I've already talked to them about Shakeology, so I put that in there. This is a multiple choice, and it's required. They have to choose one of these, and one of their options is I'd rather start with Performance Line because some people don't want to drink Shakeology, or they can't, or whatever. So I put that in there. I've already thought ahead about everything I'm going to need to fill out in their Share a Cart. I need to know what kind of Shakeology they want. I need to know if they want a combo box with multiple flavors, or which they would have selected here. And then they have to choose. Notice this is required. They have to pick one of these. This is not required because if you choose combo box, well, if they didn't choose combo box, then they don't need to pick anything from here. Choose your formula, Shakeology orders only. So again, not required. And then Performance Line with or without Shakeology. They can choose no thanks, but this is a required. So you guys can really customize it as much or as little as you want. I try and lay everything out there for everybody. I don't remember if I put this in our team page, this exact form, but if I didn't, I'll go back and look. I will put this in there so you guys can see exactly what I did, and feel free to just copy and paste the information because you guys have access to the exact same information. Like, you could take your own time and look up like how much fruit punch is, or you could just copy and paste it off of here. It's the same information. Why not just save yourself the time? So as we're going through here, these little boxes or these little dots, they allow you to reorder the questions. If I wanted something to go somewhere else, click and drag, pretty easy. And then I put on here other programs that have equipment. just in case somebody wants something with equipment. I always throw in here at the end, even if I know that they already are going to sign up as a coach or not, I throw that in there. Any questions, we move on. So this automatically, again, will tell me, or it will come to my email, get email notification. That's important. And I have selected here, collect email addresses. So that's happening. Okay, that was kind of a lot of information in a short amount of time. But hopefully, at least with Google Forms, we're not done. We're going to do Linktree, but with Google Forms, if you guys are filling one out, feel free to go back and watch the recording of this, play and pause while you set yours up, or I will post this in the team page. Sound good? Yes. Questions or no? No. Cool. All right, on to Linktree. So this is the, oh my goodness, what is happening here? This is the link that I have in my Instagram. So I also am going to show you guys what it looks like from my Instagram and what it looks like on here. So this one is not nearly as complicated because everything you post in here is already going to be created because you're posting links, hence the name Linktree. So, all right. You guys are seeing my Instagram right now. So right here, this is the form. Notice that it's linktr.ee. Does everyone see that? Hi, Miss Avery. I see you waving. Okay, so it's linktr.ee. I don't know why. It's just the way it is. But if you just Google the word Linktree, this is what comes up. So all you need to do here is log in with your Instagram. So you have to know your Instagram password. If you forgot your Instagram password, figure it out before you come over here because it's going to ask you for it. If you're like me, you may have to reset your password in order to open this. So it's automatically going to log me in. So I'm just going to click log in here. And dun, 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 here's a picture of what it looks like on my phone. You can customize your link. You can have the Pro. Oh my gosh, that was my phone. All right, you can have the Pro, but I mean, and it's got some other stuff on here, like a lot more stuff. I don't need all that. I just need people to be able to click on the Google form I already created. So pretty simple. I just have the free version. It obviously costs $0. So when it comes to links, we just created a Google Doc, okay? All you have to do is click add new button / link. You give it a title. For example, I don't know, what is our thing called? Shake Up Spring Challenge. Okay, and then you copy and paste the Google form link. Let me show you how to do that. You come over here, you click, oh darn it. There it is. You click send, and it populates email, link, whatever that thing is. You go here, shorten URL, copy, and paste. Boom, now that form is in here. Very cool. In order to activate it, right now it's deactivated. Once it notices that it's a legitimate link, it'll go green. You can turn it off if you don't want to have it on there. And if you notice on the phone over here to the right, if I turn it on, it appears. If I turn it off, it disappears. Very technologically advanced. Okay, now I've got other links on here that are currently not active, but will be. So this one I should actually probably turn off because our launch group is closed. But this is a link to my Facebook fitness page. So that stays on there all the time. Fitness is my business 3-day info group is going to be going on next week. So as soon as I update this link, I will change this to be on. And then I don't have to redo any of this. I'll just change the link. turn it on, and it'll pop up over here. I used to have one for coaching, but I turned it off because I wasn't getting a lot of traction with it, and I felt like it wasn't as effective as giving people this link to Fitness is My Business, where we're doing something a little bit more one-on-one or in an intimate setting. But these could be literally anything you guys want. It can be, and you can delete them out of here too if you didn't want them anymore. So I can just delete this. Are you sure? Yep. So that's pretty straightforward. And it automatically populates to the link in your Instagram. So it'll automatically appear here. You can put anything you want in your bio. There's a certain number of characters that you're allowed. I did all of this in the notes on my phone, and then I just copied and pasted it in there because Instagram, for whatever reason, it wasn't letting me, I don't know if it does now, wasn't letting me start a new line for each of these things like I wanted to. And I tried to put it in like a little descending order here. So you can have it say whatever you want. So I just have these little finger, like the down pointing thing. You could have it say like, let's connect. You could have it say next challenge group info with like the little thing. It could say more info. It can say whatever you want. It doesn't matter. Or it can say nothing. So I just have it set up like this. Usually in my Insta story or in my posts where I'm trying to get people to click on that link, I will tag my own Instagram either in my story so people can just click and it takes them directly back to here, this homepage, or in my post, I usually put it 3 times, one after another, so that if somebody just tries to click on it with their thumb, they have fat thumbs like me, they don't have to try and just get right on one little thing. They're bound to hit one of those 3 in a row. So I always do that too. It brings them right back to this page. They can see that link. But any of your Google Forms that you create, you can put them right into your Linktree. You can put any kind of link in your Linktree. If you have a YouTube channel, if you have a Pinterest board, if you have a Facebook, sometimes Instagram doesn't like it, or it tries to kick you out of Instagram to take you to Facebook. So I don't know how completely effective that is. I think sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but those links can be for literally anything. It can be, maybe you're doing like a free 1-week water challenge and everybody is going to increase their water intake for a week, see how they feel. Perfect. Create a little Google form, have it collect emails, their name, and you know, how much water they want to drink and one benefit they think they're going to get, whatever you want. And then run your challenge group on the My Challenge Tracker app, run it in Facebook, run it through email, whatever you want. It doesn't have to be a paid challenge group in order for you to connect with other people or collect info. And Heather, I think it was your first month as a coach or maybe your second month that we did, was it during Team Cup month that we did our free workout week?
Yeah, it was Team Cup. Yeah.
That was February, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, so what we did there was we just had one person create a link for a Google form. She gave it to the rest of us, and we could all put that in our Linktree. That way, everybody that was adding people to the group all used the same form. All the people went into one spreadsheet. That's another cool thing with Google Forms. It will populate into a Google Excel sheet for you if you want to organize all your info. It's really nice to play around with. But there's a ton of benefits, and it takes very minimal time to learn how to do that. But even the most basic forms in there, if you want to just create one that says like, if you ever want more info about an upcoming challenge group, even if we don't have one planned or we may potentially be running one, even if you don't have a free group planned, but you want to run one in May, say, hey, I'm thinking about doing a free challenge group in May. If you'd be interested in that, would you just click the link in my bio and fill out that form? It could have 2 questions on there, doesn't matter. That way you get an idea or a list of people that might be interested in something that's free. And then you can contact them about that. So it doesn't always have to be you know, fill this out to be a coach or fill this out to be a challenger. It can be literally for anything. But I think that's all I have. Heather, do you have anything to add or anything that I missed?
Oh, no, I don't think so. I think you covered most of it that I know of anyway.
Okay. Julie, I don't even know if you're available to speak, but if you have anything, feel free to pop in. Courtney, do you have any other questions?
No, I don't.
That was all pretty clear and pretty straightforward?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
It's pretty easy once you get in there and mess around with it. So, yeah.
Yeah, like I said,
have I not been on mute this whole time? Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, now I can.
Have I not been on mute this whole time or no?
No, you have, I think.
Okay, good, because I like peed and like I'm like, I hope they don't listen to me.